Previously, on Times End Tavern, Cascadia.
The Cascade Mountain Range in Washington offers very steep valleys and sharp peaks, and the rivers that cut through it provide beautiful scenic opportunities. In the past, the community that developed around here built a dam, created Lookout Lake, and has nestled themselves around it.
Jack Shoemaker, a nondescript, thoroughly average-looking white guy in a cheap suit, steps out of his truck, which is emblazoned with the logo for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
You see Mark William Findyah. He's a grizzled gumshoe who is sitting in this corner, taking a drag on a cigarette, muttering grizzled things under his breath.
There's been a lot of weird stuff going on at the new construction sites, where they're trying to build a new resort at the edge of the lake.
Okay.
That is the extent of what you know so far, is that you have gotten reports from the construction workers that there's something weird at the construction sites there.
So a youngish man, you'd see him as about 17. Is Edmund Ed Colby. He is a vampire. However, he is a regional breed of vampire, a Canadian breed of vampire.
How's it going, Ed?
Oh, Jack. Oh, hey there, Jack. Oh gosh, golly, I did not know that you were going to be in town. Well, oh yeah, come to think of it, I do. Before I left, I was hanging around this logging town, and a couple of guys were jawing on about seeing trees bent down like this. Loggers, they're jawing, they're telling their tall tales and whatnot. But a lot of them were talking about that they're Bigfoot. If you ever heard of that, they're Bigfoot.
No, I think investigating the site seems to be the most logical next step.
Yeah, we should head up there. Ed, why don't you come along with us?
I mean, okay, Jack. I guess I could come for a little bit, but I really got to be back in town by around 2. I have somebody I'm meeting.
We'll table that for now. That's fine though. Come on. If you got some experience with Sasquatch, I might be able to use the help anyway.
Wendigo.
As we're driving up,
Yeah.
I have to call in to the department.
I totally thought you were talking about your actual work.
Me too.
I know, because that happens all the time. Yeah. Let's just say I'm drawing some inspiration from for being someone who deals with a bureaucracy. Hold on, I gotta make a call. I call Allison, who is not bought, I guess would be direct handler back in DC.
And she's Allison Janey.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Cool.
This is what we're doing now for this particular arc, is just celebro marking everyone.
Yeah, sure. If it helps us in the audience visualize and get them more immersed, whatever we need to do.
As we can see with how I kicked off the description, we're not good at describing people on the fly. So
Did I mention Ed has a humongous penis?
Several times.
Oh, okay.
My God.
That's why you keep apologizing.
Yeah, so I give Allison a call. Howdy there, Chief.
Shoemaker, how you doing?
Oh, so far so good. I'm out here in Lookout Lake, Washington State. Checking up on a lead I got from a local. Looks like a Sasquatch situation. I'm gonna investigate it. I'll see exactly what we're dealing with. If it's intelligent, I'll make contact. Otherwise, I'll tag it and bag it. Keep it standard.
We'll expect the report as soon as it's dealt with. Any resources you'll need from us in the meantime?
Yeah, is this me using my my move to deal with the agency at the
It is.
So, give me 1 second. I just want to take a look at this again, just see if there's anything I can do. So if it's all right with you, because by looking at it, it looks like when I deal with the agency, I am making a specific request. I don't think I'd have a specific request yet, so can I just kind of table that as a...
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Let her know. Yeah, no, we're looking all right now, ma'am. I'll let you know if we need anything. Like I said, gotta kind of take in the full situation. All I got's the outline at the moment.
Okay, very good. Well, then we will hear from you soon, and if you need anything, you give me a ring.
Oh, much obliged. Same here, ma'am.
As we're walking along, if I was able to hear this conversation.
Oh yeah, which I'm imagining we're driving up.
Yeah. Ed turns to Jack and says, "Jack, you never really told me what the Department of Agriculture has anything to do with people like me, Bigfoots and the like. I mean, shouldn't that be a different department in your? I don't know much about how your government is run, but shouldn't that be a different department?"
Well, it's largely traditional, Ed. It goes back to the founding. You got to remember, America is a country founded by farmers. Individuals staking claims and slowly pushing out into the great unknown. Farmers tend to be the tip of the spear, finding the strange and unusual that lies waiting beyond the shadows of the forest. So,
oh sure,
yeah, just sort of grew up naturally over time. Before we had an FBI or any kind of centralized federal bureaucracy, we had the Department of Agriculture, and folks had to deal with Sasquatches and the like, and on all kinds of other mysterious shit coming out of the woods. So somebody had to do it. It happened to be us.
Sure, that makes sense. Oh, sure, yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's that's what little bit of sense I can make out of it. But that's not like the government makes a ton of sense. Did you know, down here in America, the post office monitors social media? That's who polices social media in America.
Oh, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, U.S. Postal Service, and the Secret Service handles counterfeiting.
Whoa, really? Well,
yeah, it's like I said, none of this shit really makes any sense if I'm being honest. But it's like any other job, as long as it gets done.
Gosh, that is fascinating. Yeah, up in Saskatchewan, we just kind of the post office, dodelivers mail.
That makes no sense.
Apparently, I'm learning all sorts of things down south.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you stop? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this. Could you stop? I'm turning to Mark.
Max.
Turning to Will.
Oh yeah. Well,
turning to Will. I was like,
it's Mark, quote unquote. Will Findyah.
I turned to Nick. What do you want me to call him, Mark or Will? He said,
Will.
"Call him Will." Earlier.
Sounds like Will.
Yeah. I turn to Will and I say, "I'm sorry. I don't mean to be this forward. Could you stop looking at me the way you're looking at me? It's starting to creep me out a little bit."
It's unblinking, slightly slack-jawed.
Yeah, that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kid. You just
I'm not
me of someone.
I'm not a kid, right? I'm 200 years old at the very least.
Doesn't make a difference. I recognize the youthful twinkle of innocence, and you still have that, and by God, I'm gonna make sure I do everything I can to preserve that. Unlike my partner. I finally turn away and stare off melancholically out the window.
I turn to Jack.
The piano music fades up again and takes over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Now I gotta find
right.
this piece of music.
And in the background, slightly out of focus, Ed looks at Jack. Jack looks at him, and Jack just shrugs.
Nobody offers a follow-up, but I continue.
You folks sure have some queer ways down here, eh?
His name was Matthew.
Oh gosh.
He was only 15 years old at the time, but he was my partner. We were doing this new program that the mayor was spearheading at the time, where for 1 week out of the year, each private eye, each cop got their own child partner to try to get them started on the right foot, give them an education on what it was like so that they too could become productive members of society, and he was mine. What did I say his name was?
Matthew.
Matthew, of course, how could I forget? Poor little Matthew. Matthew was my assignee. It was his last day before retirement, we called it, which is what meant he was just there for the week, and then it was his last day before he went back to school, but he was 1 day away from retirement, this 15-year-old Matthew. And there was a robbery gone awry, and I was the closest cop there, and I said to Matthew, I turned and I looked in his bright little innocent eyes and I said, "It's too dangerous, Matthew. We should really wait till we get back up." But Matthew looked at me and he said, "If we're the only ones here who can fulfill our obligation to law enforcement, then by golly, Mr. Will, we gotta do it." He called me Mr. Will. We were close like that. Anyone who's on a close basis with me calls me Will, and I'd like to think you're there, so you don't have to call me Mark going forward. Anywho, we turn into this bank where the robbery's taking place. I don't know how long
you're really front loading the old backstory there, bud.
The piano fades up again, covering over the bank robbery scene.
Yes, Ed and Jack are still like blurry in the background this whole time, as exchanging confused looks as the camera is slowly dollying on me this whole time.
Yeah, Ed did not come into focus when he said that.
So we pull up in the parking lot. I say, "We gotta wait for backup." Matthew says, No, Will, we gotta stop him now. We're the only ones who can. And he took his assigned gun, because the children get assigned guns for this 1 week that they're on the law enforcement.
You know, I don't know much about America, but that part makes sense to me.
And he sprinted off in there. And I said, "No, little Matthew." And I sprinted it after him. But it was too late. Those bastards gunned little Matthew down like he was Swiss cheese, and they were people who shot Swiss cheese. And Matthew bled out there as they ran away. And I had a choice, you know? Do I apply CPR to my partner, or do I do what Matthew wanted me to do and chase after the perps? But I stayed with little Matthew, and I cradled his little innocent head as the light faded from those innocent eyes. And I knew since then I would protect the innocence of every child, because no child should be forced to run into a bank and get shot at by cops, and by golly, I guess that's a sick word, get shot at by perpetrators. No child should... I learned then, I'm backing up for a little bit, I learned then that no child should be forced to run in and get shot at by a bunch of perpetrators of a robbery. And by golly, I'm going to protect every child's innocent. And you may be 200 years old, but I still see that innocent twinkle in your eyes, and I'm going to do everything I can to protect you so that what happened to Matthew doesn't happen to you. You immortal son of a bitch, you.
Gosh, I have so many questions.
Oh, look, we're here.
Yeah, like I said, Ed, there's not a hell of a lot of foresight down here. We're all just trying to kind of get by.
Also, aren't perpetrators of a robbery just called robbers shorthand? Like, that seems like a really long-winded way of saying robbers.
Well, here we are at the lake.
The only thing they robbed was little Matthew of a future that day.
Also, I'm not that innocent. Like Jack will tell you, I killed like 8 Canadian Mounties a couple years back.
You didn't know any better. You just didn't have a strong adult influence in your life. And I think I can be that for you.
I was 200 years old when I killed those Mounties.
That's got to be pretty young in vampire years, though, right?
Well, I don't know, because I haven't really been able to like meet many vampires other than me.
That's what I'm saying. You have no strong influence in your life. I'm going to be that. My hand is still on his shoulder.
That's part of my backstory, but I figured I'll get to that like later on, episode 2, episode 3 tops.
Well, here we are at the lake. I park the truck.
The beginning of episode 2. Excellent.
You're welcome.
Yes, so you guys pull up to a, it is now, the middle of the day, so you pull up to a construction site in full fervor. You see a dozen or more guys running around, some operating equipment, safety hats on, looking at some papers and pointing at stuff, a few of them with their arms crossed, looking real important. Notably, Will, you see a squat guy, maybe 5'8", 5'9", but built like a refrigerator. Real thick, muscly, solid guy. This is Carlos. He was the one who reached out to you to let you know.
I walk over and I call out, Carlos! ¿Qué tal?
Oh, hey, bud, what's going on?
No mucho. That's part of their bit. Carlos never speaks Spanish to him, but Will keeps insisting on trying Spanish with Carlos.
Because he's a racist.
I was going to say, Carlos is from Detroit. So.
Yes. Carlos, tengo mucho preguntas.
Man, you gotta stop that. You know, I don't know that.
I have a lot of questions.
Shoot.
Hey, Carlos, Special Agent Shoemaker, U.S. Department of Agriculture. I show him my badge.
Oh, hey, officer, how we doing?
I'm Ed.
Yeah, these are some connections I have.
This is Ed. He's my trainee.
Hi, Ed. How you doing?
Oh, you know, everything's okay, I guess. A little bit of this and that. It's been a weird morning, though.
We were just, I was up in the neighborhood. Will here told us that, you folks have been having some issues, some weirdness with the trees around here.
Oh, yeah. And he, steps away from the rest of the guys and, grabs you by the shoulder and begins to walk towards the edge of the job site. Yeah, you can see there, those trees. They're bent back. That doesn't really seem possible to me. If I were to try to do that, I think we would just end up snapping it.
Can I investigate a mystery to examine these trees and see?
Yeah, absolutely. In general, however, Rob, I will say, just tell me what you're doing and I'll tell you what it means.
That's right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm investigating the trees, and if it matters, I got a 10.
Okay. So, in the case of that, you can hold 2. So, which of these 2 questions would you like to ask?
Could you give me my list?
What happened here?
Strictly for the listeners' benefit, not because I had the tab.
Oh, yeah, not because it's not available to you at all. No, of course, this is for the listener.
Not because I forgot to bring that up.
No, of course, it's for onboarding new listeners. We want to make sure they know what's going on.
This is an audio medium.
So, because it was a 10+, that is a full success, so you get to ask 2 of these questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? Or what is being concealed here?
Let's try to, let's see, can I get confirmation? What kind of creature is it? Is this definitely a Sasquatch, or does it look like a Sasquatch?
From what you can tell, as you walk over, you look at it, you have seen this a few times before, in records, as much as in person. This is telltale, completely.
Okay.
The way these trees are bent back, this is a classic territorial marking where the Sasquatches are saying, this line and no farther.
So it's, okay, specifically a territorial marking. With that in mind, then, my second question will be, where did they go? If this is a territorial marking, does this give me a clear indication of what they consider to be the other side of their border?
Yes. So what I could say is, again, the way these trees
over here.
What you could see is that the way the trees are bent is about 10 feet up. The trees are bent sharply backwards, and so this flat portion is what is facing you. The bent portion is what's back into the woods. That is sort of, as you can see it, that is defining a perimeter, and so
like
you would say again, yes, it's not strictly. It is defining a wall, defining this barrier more clearly, and so you know that he would be, they would be further back into these woods here. Again, this was a statement.
Okay, cool. I start my phone out. I start taking my own pictures, making my own notes.
Okay.
I asked Carlos, hey, what are you guys building here anyway?
There's big companies trying to come into town, build a all-inclusive resort thing. It's going to be hotel, few amenity buildings. I think they want to eventually put in a small dock or marina access so that the folks can even get out on the lake a little more formally. Seems to be like it's going to be a pretty big project, given the size of the thing here. The footprint looks like it's going to be, 30,000 square feet buildings.
Ooh, that's a lot, eh?
Quick,
my God.
Quick aside, Bill, just for my own. How big is this lake? Is this like a Lake Champlain? Is this is this a big lake, or is it a?
The lake itself is maybe a quarter mile across and a mile long.
Okay.
It's sort of a little windy, again, because when you dam mountains, it doesn't end up being like a perfect ovoid shape. But yeah, it is, you can see across in both dimensions, but it is big enough that it takes quite a while to drive around.
Big enough that it's not weird he's talking about marina access. Like, it's big enough for boating.
Right, yes.
And I know you also said when you dam up mountains. So is this a reservoir lake that was formed by a dam, or is this a natural lake?
No, this is a reservoir lake. It was dammed to give the original logging and community, a stable place for drinking water and resource access.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And so again, the buildings themselves, man, that would be by far the largest single footprint thing in town. Even the little shopping center mini mall down in the downtown area is going to be maybe like a quarter the size of this thing. This is going to be by far the largest single thing popping into town now. But at this stage, they are just doing construction. They're doing site clearing, trees down, grading the land, that kind of thing.
Right. You noticed, have you had any other strange occurrences before this?
No. As soon as we got here, once the papers were signed and we could break ground, it was fine for the first few days. But once we were able to get this, and he gestures around so you could see a couple acre area clearing. He said once we kind of hit this point, it seems like now something new is happening every night. We had those trees bent down the day after our equipment was all pushed together, sort of facing each other. Like I said, I can't really make heads or tails of it unless there's kids or I don't know, maybe those hippies up on the other side. I don't know, maybe they don't want us developing this. I don't know.
Oh, you got a hippie problem.
Yeah.
He just looks at you. Bud,
Bastards.
we're in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Yeah, we got a hippie problem.
All right, I'm new to the area, so I'm not sure. Your hippies are the same as the hippies we got. Like the hippies we got up in Canada. There are these kids that wear these special pants that ride real low on their hip there, eh? So we call them hippies because that's why. I don't know what your hippies are like. What kind of pants they might be wearing?
Must
These,
be a local thing.
I would imagine this hippie community probably isn't too excited about having this big development project here. Is that kind of what you're driving at?
Yeah, it was before I got here, but from what I understand, they were trying to strap themselves to the trees and everything before the job site even got their permits to clear. They were talking about how the Colville National Forest is paying attention, and it's not gonna take this sitting down, and so they held themselves up in the trees for a couple days, but the police managed to get them out of there, clear them out, and then we were able to start our work. I haven't personally had to run into any of them at all, but apparently they were being a pain in the ass for folks before we could break ground.
Are these locals, or they've been here for a while? You said they're over on the other side. They got a commune or something?
Yeah, there's just always been a small contingent of really what do you want to call them, earthy folks around here. Folks start living in the woods long enough, you kind of revert, and I think that's just kind of what they're doing.
Well, yeah, for sure. There's nothing wrong with getting in tune with the earth. Been here before us, it'll be here after us. I can respect that, but that might be a lead worth following. Now, you said your equipment was moved, so like somebody stole the keys and drove them there, or?
Like I said, it could be. We leave the keys in all the machines most of the time, so like I said, that those guys could have come up at night and been moving them around, but it just kind of confuses me why, they would just kind of park them all facing each other and not really do anything else with them. But I guess if it could have just been kids up here screwing around with the equipment. I know when I was a teenager, I liked to jump in the machines and pretend I was a big guy too.
Yeah, true, but Carlos, you've been working. I can tell you're an experienced man. You work in this equipment a long time. It looks like, you could tell me, it looks like it was turned on and moved, or like it was moved not under its own power. like something moved it? Because there is a distinction.
You see he kind of glances around and looks down. Roll to manipulate someone.
For once, I have a character that is not good at doing that. Oh, but the dice are with me. That's a 10.
Okay.
That's
a
3 10s so far today.
Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Will, I forgot you were there.
That's bad, because that's not us hitting the mean in this system. That's us succeeding.
Yeah, be honest, I wouldn't have said that unless you had just kind of mentioned it. It does just kind of look like someone picked up the back of the machines and kind of pushed them together. The tracks don't really match up entirely.
No, that's fine. I appreciate that. I make a note.
Will, do you, anything you think I should be, that I missed here, that I should be taking a look at? I tried to tell you everything I know.
I'm more just wondering why you leave your keys in the vehicles.
Man, you ever get to a job site before anyone else and you need to start the machine and the keys aren't there because they're in the guy's pocket and the guy didn't set his alarm and now he's late and you have to wait till 9 a.m. to break ground?
No, I'm retired.
The pain in the
I don't have to
ass.
deal with that anymore. All right, touche.
Guessing up here you have more than a couple roustabouts just wander off, too, Badger.
You okay there, Boomhauer?
Will, this guy knows. He's at least been on one job site.
Actually, by that note, you have anybody on this job site go wander off recently? Or anybody on your crew seem suspicious in any way? I mean, I know we don't like to think like that, but sometimes.
I do.
Exactly.
Yeah, no injuries, no disappearances, right?
No, I mean, nothing. The normal dumbass getting too close when a tree falls, that kind of thing, hurts his arm. Nothing,
Does anyone hear it?
Okay, relax.
No, get it? It's a joke, because whenever a tree, if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it? If a tree falls in the woods on a
Yeah, we got it, Ed.
Well, I just, it was funny,
No, it is. It's,
I just want to make sure you got it, because neither of you started laughing really loud, so I just assumed that you did really get it. I'm sorry.
Well, it's a thinker. It took us a second.
Yeah, sorry
it.
about that. Sorry. I just, they say Canadians are naturally funny, and
God, why do I feel so drained all of a sudden?
Yeah, I heal one harm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Holster it, Ed.
Bill, would it be? I have no move that's like this, but I want to run this by you. As a vampire, would it be? Would I be able to go over to where the trees are bent and literally sniff around with my vampire senses?
Absolutely.
And would that be a weird use magic roll or?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it wouldn't be using magic.
Well, I'll try it anyway.
So in this case, if you want to sniff around, that feels like it would be. You know what? Let's do read a bad situation.
That's a 6. Yay! I get experience.
Yes.
Yay!
So this again,
we learn from our mistakes.
Listeners, yes. This system, you benefit from your failure. You get 1 experience for every time you fail on a roll, and every 5 experience, you get to take a new move, level up in some way, advance your playbook, and become slightly better than you were before.
Yeah, that's something I do really like about this system is that there's no prescribed level ups. When you level up, you actually have a whole suite of different options that are all really cool.
Yes, including but not limited to entirely abandoning whatever playbook you're in and joining something else.
It's perfect for me.
Yes.
I just got to level up so that I can completely change my whole way of playing.
Well, you just keep failing, Steve.
I will.
Fail.
Okay. So with that move, Ed, you in getting kicked out of that conversation with your excessive sorries, you go over to the edge of the tree line and begin to kind of touch them, sniff around, smell, try to expand your senses out beyond yourself. And what it does is trigger something deep in you, a primal reaction that has you overwhelmed and panicked and doing your best to suppress a deeply vampiric urge. And with it, you can't focus on anything clearly. You also, in that moment, feel a piercing gaze from somewhere in the woods.
I feel a piercing gaze from somewhere in the woods.
Fills you with an overwhelming panic. And I think you guys, Will and Jack, would just see him wander off start touching and sniffing the trees, and then scream and start clambering back as he falls back.
Jack, can we go? Are we done here? I'd really like to go back into town now, please.
What happened there, Ed?
I just got a real bad vibe over there by those trees, and I really feel like I shouldn't be here right now.
Jack has his pistol out now too.
What kind of vibe?
Just a real bad one. Just like, I just don't know. I don't think I should be here. This isn't really conducive to me maintaining my the level of calm that I should need. Jack, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you, if you want, why don't you head on back to the truck? But you said there's something here.
I don't know. I went over there to sniff around, with my super vampire senses, and I caught a whiff of something, and it's just, it's bringing stuff out of me, and I don't think we want that stuff being brought out right now.
For God's sake, Jack, the child is terrified. We need to get him in the car.
I scan the woods. Do I see anything?
No. I think when you look, you immediately just kind of go into agent mode. And so you start scanning the tree line for anything at all remotely abnormal. You start to look, further and further as far as your gaze allows you before the wood is too thick. And you don't see anything. It's hard to hear anything at this time because of all the equipment and everything running. So no, you markedly do not notice anything.
So, and then when Will says that, I holster my pistol again, and I just nod. I say, yeah, all right, we're going to get on back to the truck. And I turn around, Carlos, not sure what your work schedule is, but, and I point to, the line of bent trees. Maybe, keep everybody away from the other side of that tree line. Understood?
Yeah, best I can. Problem is, we still have to clear about another
I know.
200 feet
like
that
I said,
way.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'm just saying, there's got to be something else you can get done today.
Oh, sure, yeah, we could work on the other side of the lot for now.
All right, I'd appreciate that. Like I said, I'll check in with you tomorrow morning. What time you boys get started here?
6 every morning. 6 to 6.
All right, understood. Much obliged, and I hand him my card. I say, that's my cell phone. Anything comes up, and I mean anything at all, please call me immediately.
Will do. Thank you again, Jack. Will, it was nice seeing you again, and Ed.
Ed's gone. He's in the flatbed of the truck, hugging his knees.
Okay, and he's in the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gracias, Carlos.
Oh, sorry there, Carlos. One more thing. That commune, there a road leads up to it? Could you, if I brought the map up on my phone here, would you be able to point that out to me?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Or actually, hold on. Can I take that? Because I've just realized Jack has a paper map that he pulls out. He wouldn't use his phone. Would you be able to point that out on my map here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Marks my map. Okay. All right. Much obliged. We hop back in the truck.
Can we go now?
How you feeling there, sport?
Yeah. How you holding up there, Ed?
I don't know. Just we just need to leave.
You feel like you need to be out the woods, or what do you need from us, partner?
Can we go back to town now?
Yeah, all right. Unless you need anything else out here, Will?
I'm all set for now.
All right.
I say we get this kid some ice cream.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
And we pull out. We start driving back toward town.
It's just you look so much like Matthew. I look out the window again. Matthew is a precocious child.
I'm in the flatbed of the truck. I don't hear any of this.
Oh, no, I'm imagining, because again, this is a 1990 Toyota Hilux. I'm imagining he's got the back window slit open, and he's talking to you through the back window.
I made a point.
Yeah, Ed shuts it, and I open it again.
I made a point to not be close to other people in this moment.
Okay, that's not a problem for Jack.
Okay.
That's between you and Will.
Yeah, I just idly continue to talk. No important character development details. Just talking about all of Matthew's favorite things that I got to know about him over the week.
We just keep cutting and interspersing these little bits throughout the whole season until we know Matthew's full story. Matthew, now he's the big bad evil guy.
He was born.
Matthew, stop.
He was born in St. Agnes Hospital, 1983.
Matthew is your winter soldier.
Yes.
Matthew's alive. What?
He is the narrator in the Times End Tavern.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's Spoon Man.
He is Spoon Man.
No!
The greatest,
And that's how my consciousness came to be occupy this spoon-based body.
the most terrifying cryptid of all, the Spoon Man.
Come together.
Soundgarden tried to warn us.
Yes. We have to come together with our hands.
Save me.
Couldn't save Matthew.
Save the world.
So we are driving back toward town.
Yes. Yes.
I guess in that case, I will kind of call back. Where's your RV parked, Ed? That feel like it might be a place of comfort for you right now.
Yeah, it's the RV parked down on Pat, when you go past Willoughby, right before you hit the highway.
The one past the Tractor Supply before the river.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I passed it on my way in.
If you're looking for a place to park it, there's a great Walmart parking lot where they don't really care.
Well, no, it's
those are the best.
I like the RV park because I do like to be around people. I just I don't think I should be right now. And I have this really important thing I have to get to at 2. I just need a place where I can calm down.
Where are you going to, Ed?
I have an engagement.
All right. How old's this engagement, Ed?
Age appropriate.
In what sense?
I'm hoping in
This is him like calling out the window, like we're having a yelling exchange.
I'm hoping in every sense.
All right, graduate degree.
It's just it's just gonna be it's just coffee, it's just coffee at that's
bachelor's degree.
She's oh gosh, I show him my phone. I show him the dating app on the phone. I stick it through the window.
All right, who is Ed meeting with this afternoon?
Tell me, Steve, who is Ed meeting with?
All right.
Because I won't let one child defile
and how old
another
is
child's
how old
innocence.
is she? He? They? What do we need to know about them?
It says just his first name. First name is Twyla, and it says the Twyla is 17 going on 170. And she has, her photo is, she looks age appropriate to me. I do want to say this, without the camera, without, not in camera.
Cut.
A cut. I think she's a vampire, but she's just like a Twilight fan. So
she's just some goth chick.
She's just some goth chick who pretends to be a vampire, and we will discover that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in character,
yes.
We're about to get the she's a vampire spiel.
She's her Twilight. She's a she said on the thing she says she's like me. Same sort of backstory. Look at this. Look at the age bracket she's got there. Like that says it all. Doc, you got to help me. You're my only hope.
Geez, Ed, I don't think she's not a vampire, Ed. She's just a kid. She's a kid who enjoys genre fiction.
Well, no, I mean she says it right here. Like you can't really lie on these things. They check these things out.
Well, it's not a lie. It's a figure of speech. Ed, she's trying to imply she's an old soul. I suspect she's not, but
she's a child.
Yeah, Will's right. This is a child, Ed.
But she said, and then I just sort of slump.
It fades up in front of you now.
I hand him his phone back through the little window.
I take it and I morosely just sort of like swipe to the left of it. I do a little left swipe and then put my phone away.
All right. So where did you guys want to go?
Yeah, way to ruin that whole section of the story I was gonna do, Rob.
We saved a child.
This is my fault. Clearly, this is my fault.
Just take me home, Jack.
I mean, Ed, you could still meet with her, but technically speaking, this isn't my jurisdiction either. But I'm just saying, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, man.
No, I just And again,
What will you have in common?
and again, shouting over the wind because.
Oh yeah, no, this is a shouting conversation.
And again, I know. I just, gosh, I'm just so lonely, Jack. I just, she seemed to check all the boxes, like my age physically, but like also my age actually. It's just hard to check all those boxes for me. I don't, all the women I age appropriate for don't want to be seen with me because it makes them look weird in public, and all the women I look like, I don't feel very comfortable dating them.
No, I understand. I'll tell you what, because we got to check that commune out at some point. Why don't you join me for that? Maybe you can meet some folks up there. I'm sure somebody up there's into that shit. Like, I mean, it's gonna get you farther than this, though. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I do need to calm down some. So I would like to go home.
Oh, that's the plan, and we're pulling into the RV park.
Oh, look, we're here.
All right. Well, I mean, do you really need me to come up to the thing with you? I don't really like. This isn't really my scene, you guys. I'm just, I mean, you guys. This is your jobs. This isn't really my thing.
Well, that actually sort of brings me to my next request, Ed. What my actual plan is to head back up there tonight and try to get a sense of what kind of Sasquatch we're dealing with.
Well, I told you it's a Wendigo.
Well, and that's why I need your help, Ed.
But I already told you it's a Wendigo. That's all I got.
No, but everything that just happened up there, you have heightened senses that I lack. And I'll be honest, I mean, I've done it before, but I would rather not. If I have some kind of advantage, if I have an edge I can bring into a Sasquatch hunt in the middle of the night, in the middle of the Rocky Mountain wilderness, I would like to take that advantage. And currently, you are my advantage, Ed.
Well, I also just don't know how emotionally healthy it is for me to be around that Will fella.
Oh, Will's all right.
I'm just staring at him. A single tears roll down my cheek.
I really feel like I'm just
Thanks.
exacerbating whatever his issues are.
No, but I'm fine. I'm fine. In fact, maybe there's a version of this where, look, little Matthew, who I've already described at length.
It
to you,
fades to a scene of you in a therapist's office, now rolling this off to her.
Little Matthew wanted to help people and help this town. And I think that maybe there's a version where I can, through you, also help this town. Because you can do what Matthew wanted to do. You can help us investigate. You can help us from a safe distance, but you can help us figure out what this is, because I don't think it's a Wendigo.
Well, I think for someone who was calling us all woo-woo not like half an hour ago at the diner, you've all of a sudden know what a Wendigo is and look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you there. That was rude.
I've read books, okay? I know the folklore.
That was very rude. My emotions got the better of me there. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. All right, look. You both have a lot of, you're an investigator and you crisscross this, this country. I'll make a deal with you fellows. I'll go and I'll help you out with this, and after it's all squared away and said and done, you help me with my problem. Does that sound about right? Huh?
Actually, you know what? I think that does, Ed. I hadn't thought of that, but how about that? If you will assist us this evening, I can deputize you, and maybe you do a favor to the Department of Agriculture on this particular evening, and maybe I can find you a nice age-appropriate vampire girl.
All right. Well, that
Obviously, I can't make any promises. I can only make an introduction, but we must have one kicking around in the protection program somewhere.
You have something in common, at least.
Yeah, he's got right.
All right.
You got to.
Okay. And I
Better than every date I've ever tried.
and I lean into Jack and I was like, just keep an eye on me, okay? Like stuff that I smelled out there, it was bringing some things up, and I don't want to lose control again.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it.
But I
kid.
also don't want
got
you
your
to
back.
shoot and kill me. So if you could find a nice median.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, again, you're a vampire, Ed. You'd be surprised how resilient you are. I mean, I could do a hell of a lot to you before you'd be in any kind of real permanent danger.
Well, that's somewhat disquieting to hear, but okay, you got a deal. Just like whenever you guys are going, you just come pick me up. I'm gonna go inside.
You rest assured, all right? All right. And hey, I mean, I don't want you going out there. And I take out my 9mm and I go to hand it to him. You know how to use one of these?
No, not really. I'm not much of a gun nut. Canadian.
In that moment, you guys are walking up to the front of the RV. The door swings open, and you could see hanging on the wall.
You see a giant Buster sword hanging on the wall. Just a big anime ass sword. Oh, you guys see that? Oh, you guys looking at my sword there? That's an 100% antique replica of well, not antique, I guess, like vintage.
Yeah,
The
no,
word's vintage.
Ed,
It's a vintage replica of this. I don't know. You guys are you guys gamers?
yeah,
My
that's.
God, little Matthew was a weeb too.
I mean, that's not a historical replica.
No,
Ed. That
but
is,
like it's a
Now I'm
vintage.
picturing
That's a
Matthew
facsimile
Naruto running next to you while you're on the job site.
that is a
Yeah, no,
facsimile.
Matthew Naruto ran into the bank.
Flashback to Matthew. No, Matthew. Bam, 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 bam.
I'm like a leaf on the wind.
No, it's a vintage game from about 10 or so years ago. And
Yeah, that's
It was like
Cloud
Steve, you're
Stripe
showing your
now.
age again. It was
No,
Cloud Stripe
1998
book.
or whatever.
Ed showing his age because of his long-lived nature.
It warps his perspective, not
yes,
Steve's
his perspective on what's old and new is extremely warped.
I mean, shit. I was gonna say it ain't vintage, but I guess it is almost 20 years ago now. Shit.
Aha!
Probably up against
Yeah,
the
Jack,
Sasquatch.
I would
Shit.
say a quick glance, you do notice there's a few dinks in the edge of the blade and a bit of discoloration that you know.
That I know.
That's probably blood or something like that. He was trying to clean it off.
Oh, okay. Had you been killing people with that sword?
Well, I mean, they're not good people.
All right.
I'm just.
What qualifies as not good people, Ed?
Well, I mean, it was in self-defense. I do. You weren't the first person to discover my true nature. And sometimes they. If I go to certain towns and, they get the pitchforks and they get the torches and they come and they try to kill me. And, I got to defend myself. Surely as an American, you can understand, those types. You got those laws, right? The stand your ground laws. Like I can use those too, right? With my sword.
Yeah, technically speaking, I do believe that is the company line. So, I mean, and like I said, technically not my jurisdiction anyway.
And I don't go
But,
out looking for fights. I don't like violence. I don't like killing and hitting things.
I know. I believe you, Ed. That's why I let you go the first time. All right. Well, what time's sundown around here?
Up in the mountains at this time of year, it'd probably be around between 8:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't a direct question to Bill, but I figured you would chime in.
After the 3-second pause, I figured I had to.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be back around to pick you up about 8:00. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jack.
So, thank you, Ed. Like I said, you are doing me a favor. I don't take that lightly.
And it's nice to meet you, Will. I'll see you later too, I guess. And now I'm talking. Now I'm
See you
using
later.
Rob's damn accent because it's getting to me.
I'll see you later too, kid.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see you all later, and I go in.
We'll make this like a real CW drama.
Yeah.
Yes.
As we cut between...
Oh, no, I'm going on that date.
Oh, yeah.
No.
As we cut between the three of you carrying on with the rest of your business day.
I kind of think maybe you should. I think that sounds great.
First, we see Jack getting back into the truck, picking up the phone, presumably making a call to his boss, sitting in front of the laptop, typing up an initial report. We see Will poring over some of the papers, scrolling down some notes, eating copious pie and cigarettes.
It's like a Jim Jarmusch movie.
We see Ed
Oh wait, can I
nervously...
just have the?
Go
Because
ahead.
I had this image in my head really early on of Will like pouring a box of like cornflakes and then like pouring a bunch of those like nicotine pouches on it.
Yes.
And then just eating it.
He's just eating mouthfuls of Zin.
Yes. And I'm doing that, and there's this whole mess of research papers on my desk, and I'm writing something furiously, but when the camera goes over, the only thing I've written in my notebook is, "Does Carlos speak Spanish?" ?
And our last camera fade is Ed as he paces nervously around the apartment. Having looked, 3 minutes have passed, and he is already showered and readied himself, and is just staring at the clock, waiting as the minutes tick by. 103, 104. It cuts, it fades back. It's now 1:15. It cuts, it fades back. It's 1:25. He is dying, waiting for 2 o'clock, and then it comes and rolls by as we see Ed go downtown, back to the diner again, on a date.